ball game in Seattle. The Blue Jays 2, the Mariners 2. The Blue Jays have a couple of men on with 2 down at the top of the 7th as hard-throwing right-hander Diego Castillo comes in from the bullpen.
Now, the Blue Jays know all about Castillo. You can see his numbers between the Rays and the Mariners. He was acquired on the 29th of July in a trade from Tampa Bay to Seattle. A couple of pitchers went in the other direction, including JT Chargois. But Castillo, this is his 24th career appearance against the Blue Jays, and he's got a sparkling 6-0 record with a .222 earned run average. He is 4 for 4 in save opportunities, but he has held the Blue Jay hitters to a .156 opponent's batting average. Fastball, slider. But his slider hasn't been as good this season as it has been in the past. And, you know, the interesting about Castillo, he's just 27 years old. And he's been around a while with Tampa Bay. He came up with the Rays in 2018 and has had some good seasons for Tampa Bay.
And Scott Service obviously more comfortable with Castillo against Marcus Semien than Joe Smith against Marcus Semien, although Marcus is 2 for 3 limited opportunities, but 2 for 3 against Castillo in his career. Semien 1 for 3 tonight. Go ahead run at second, Espinal. Runner at first, Springer. And that's inside for ball 1.
That's the slider, and he hasn't really had that good break on it, and it's almost like it's a backup slider right now. So Marcus, a better fastball hitter than breaking ball hitter, has to switch gears and look for that slider because he's thrown a lot of hanging sliders lately.
That's a call on the corner, 1-1.
Again, that slider didn't break very much. He just kind of spun out over on the outside corner for a strike.
Yeah, you're right. That's a whole different looking pitch than the Blue Jays have seen, and we've all seen from Castillo in his time with Tampa Bay. At times with Tampa Bay, I mean, the movement was unbelievable. The issue was, could he control the pitch enough to either get called strikes or get swings and misses? Fastball, and he doesn't get the call here. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, his velocity isn't as high as we've seen in the past, but it's the difference in the break on his slider, and it has not been as consistent for him this season as it has been in the past.
Slider outside, 3 balls and a strike. Now on Semien with Vladimir Guerrero waiting on deck.
Yeah, and again, that pitch just isn't breaking like it has in the past. It's more of a spinner and almost like a cutter, but it's 86 miles an hour.
Now, if you're Semien, it's a 50-50 shot. What's coming? Fastball or slider? Slider and a call on the corner, 3-2. So the runners will be on the move. Espinal from second and Springer from first. Blue Jays looking to get the lead here in the top of the 7th. Bounce foul.
Yeah, you have to hit that slider almost like it's a changeup because it's 84 miles an hour and it's not a dramatic break. It's more like just a slow cutter. But you have to tell yourself, well, he hasn't used the fastball. I don't have to honor the fastball here and just try to square up that slider.
There go the runners, and Semien gets a piece of it. He's kind of jabbed at that ball at the last second to foul it off.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time when he had a good fastball, and you had to kind of think about the fastball because he could beat you with the fastball, but he hasn't had that kind of velocity.
He is getting a lot of high leverage situations for the Mariners since being acquired in the trade. But boy, even the presentation on the mound, I mean, there's no aggressiveness here. It's almost like he doesn't want to throw the next pitch. Three-two again. And he got him to chase. Oh, and Simeon frustrated. Knew he went after a bad ball, and he'll strike out as the Blue Jays leave a couple of men on. The next two homestands are now on sale. Watch the Blue Jays take on the Tigers and White Sox next week. Then shortly after that, the Orioles and the A's will be at Rogers Center. Visit BlueJays.com for tickets. Tied at 2 going to the 8th, and Vladdy's going to lead it off for the Blue Jays. Guerrero's hit a fly ball to the wall and right. He has walked and scored and had a line drive single to center. So I think if you look at the 3 plate appearances, Buck, he just looks a little bit more locked in tonight. The quality of the at-bats has been better tonight.
Yeah, no question about it. And he had some wild swings in the series against the Angels, but tonight much more disciplined. He took the walk, as you mentioned. But it's been a little bit of a struggle for him, and he's been working hard. We showed you his BP prior to this game tonight, how he came out just trying to flat foot hit balls the opposite way to get him started and get him back into that good groove.
Diego Castillo, who got the last out on the top of the 7th, back on the mound to face Guerrero, Bichette, and Hernandez. Shift on for the Mariners. 3 infielders well to the left of second base. And Castillo is in no hurry. And a bit of a delayed strike call there from Jim Reynolds, the home plate umpire. It's 0-1.
Yeah, that fastball had a little bit of a run back toward the outside corner. Guerrero thought it might have been off the plate.
Now down and away, a ball and a strike. Oh, he had a pitch to hit there, didn't he? And he fouled it off. 1-2.
Yeah, that slider has just been spinning up there. Not an awful lot of break to it, and that stayed in the middle of the plate. Vladdy's thinking, man, oh man, that's one I crush. And talking to himself, saying he went around it instead of staying behind it. And I mean, he should have hit that one 9 miles. But you got to forget about that one and focus on the next pitch.
He looks pretty loose and relaxed. He knows he's got to wait a while before Castillo gets ready. He doesn't want to dig in too early. 2-2.
Yeah, I think Castillo thinks that he can take his time and kind of lull the hitter to sleep a little bit. Boy, he is deliberate. He does the same thing every time. Tugs on his cap, uses his glove behind his head, and then just gets on the rubber. And it's a very deliberate approach.
Good take there, and a ball down and away, and the count now full on Guerrero.
I got to believe that Castillo is going to throw him another one of those sliders. He's trying to play on the aggressiveness of Vladdy. Remember, Vladdy walked to start the 4th inning, came around to score the first Blue Jay run. But if I'm Vladdy, I'm looking for that slider again.
3-2. And he takes down and away ball 4. The second walk drawn by Guerrero tonight, and the 3rd time that he's reached base.
Now that's a start, and it doesn't seem like much, but what it does is it shows you that Vladdy's tracking the ball and not flailing away chasing hits. He understands that if he's going to get this thing turned around, he's got to swing at strikes.
Now Bo Bichette back in the lineup for the first time after missing the last 2 with that discomfort in his shin. 1 for 3 tonight. Doubled into the right field corner back in the 4th inning. Down the right right field line, but foul. T-Mobile Park, home of the Mariners. Blue Jays and Mariners tied at 2 in the 8th inning. First of 3 over the weekend. 95 on the corner, 0-2.
Yeah, that fastball with a little bit of run. Started off the plate maybe about 6 inches, and both thought maybe it was off the plate outside. But once again, the pitcher's in trouble now. Goes 0-2.
Slider well off the outside corner. The double came on an 0-2 pitch earlier tonight.
You just think that Bo is going to get better and better. This is just his 187th big league game. Just a little more than a regular full season. And he's one of the best already.
And I think he's got a really good blend of confidence in his own abilities with the understanding that he's not a finished product and there's still work to be done.
Yeah, and he just has such an awareness of what he has to do to get to certain pitches, and he'll use all different types of swings to cover the entire strike zone.
He is frustrated as he sends a fly ball to medium depth right field, and that's the first out. Trevor Richards up in the bullpen. Looks like the end of the line for Robbie Ray. Got some handshakes when he went down the stairs into the dugout after 7. So another very good performance by Robbie Ray. And boy, the fans in Seattle, I mean, you know, some of the newer ballparks like to give fans better access to the bullpens. They certainly did that in Seattle. They're right on you. Here's Teoscar Hernandez, 1 for 3.
Teoscar has become, as we mentioned earlier, a very good breaking ball hitter. He got a base hit his first time up and then was called out on a very marginal pitch, a cutter inside from Chris Flexen. That was in the 4th inning. And then he just missed really hitting a curveball in the 6th inning. Big slow curveball. He flied out the left field.
Count even out, 1-1.
Most of these sliders that Castillo has thrown are never in the strike zone. Hitters can recognize it early that they're pulled off the strike zone early on. Everything has been away.
How about a throw to first, and almost a wild throw to first. I mean, Vladdy will try to use the element of surprise every now and again, but now doesn't feel like one of those times. Anthony Misevich, left-hander, up in the Mariners pen. At the knees for a strike, 1-2. And again, Buck, as you said earlier, almost like a backup slider there. Not a whole lot of movement on that pitch.
No, not a lot of movement, and you know, it's 87. It's just kind of spinning. Like when you think about a slider, hitters have a tendency to go out and get it because it's going to break away from him, but his kind of just stays in the middle and even backs up a little bit.
This ball is pretty well hit to right field, but backpedaling into making the play is Haniger. That's the second out.
The double play, so he has had a big night with the bat and a big night in the field as well.
And he's got some success against Diego Castillo, 4 for 9 with a couple of home runs head to head. Runner at first, 2 down. And fouled out of play, 0-1. The Red Sox have won. They beat Baltimore. The Rays have won. They beat Minnesota. The A's have lost to Texas, and the Yankees don't play tonight. Now to play again, 0-2.
That's the best fastball Castillo has thrown since he's come into the game. It got up to 95 miles an hour, and Gurriel, all he can do is foul it into the seats. He's only given up one hit since he has joined the Mariners. This is his 8th appearance since coming to Seattle, and you know, he's very meticulous, very deliberate in his approach, but he hasn't given up much since he's joined Seattle.
Opted for the slider, and he missed down and away. The inning began with a walk to Guerrero. The Blue Jays have had the leadoff man on a few occasions, but have stranded some runners again, have had some opportunities in this game. Ground ball to the second baseman. Toro on to first, and the runner is left aboard. To the bottom of the 8th, tied at 2. Time now for a Blue Jays Central update with Ben Nicholson Smith and Ricky Romero. Here's Jamie Campbell.